I felt like my business instantly looked like it was 5 years old and I was brand new. So that brings you a ton of credibility in the market. I know what I'm doing, I'm sophisticated, and I can really, really help you in your garden. And all of that is true, but sometimes it doesn't come across when you have a brand new business and you're not really sure what you're doing on Instagram and your website doesn't look so good. I am Nicole Jagelski. I founded Patio Produce and it is in Chicago. My specialty is kitchen garden installations as well as native garden installations. Before I became a garden consultant, I was working a corporate job, which was very wonderful, but a little bit unfulfilling. And I really loved the time that I spent in the garden and honestly ended up relying on the garden more and more to relax and decompress after a stressful day at work. So I wanted to find a way to be able to kind of share that feeling with other people. And I was noticing that some of my friends as well were trying to get into gardening, but weren't doing very well at it and were making a lot of the same mistakes that I had made a couple years before. So I thought that if there was a way that I could get them to be able to progress past those mistakes faster and kind of in a more official way so that they listen to me, that would be amazing. I didn't actually think about being a official garden coach until I found Gardenary. So there was a very, very well-placed targeted Facebook ad that I came across, and it just got the wheels rolling in my head and realized that, oh, I could make this a thing, and I could really meet a bunch of other gardeners in my area and kind of guide people to where they want to be in their own gardening journey with all of the expertise and the mistakes that I've made, really helping them being able to develop the gardening skills in the garden that they want. I still have my corporate job, so Patio Produce is a part-time gig for me, but it is honestly the most fulfilling and rewarding part of my day. I've been to different conferences, some for like my traditional job, and then obviously the Gardenary Summit here, and it's rare that with a normal conference, you would then go home after the conference and like get so excited about all of the things that you're doing and all the things that you're learning, and you immediately want to implement them. So like I wrote out a launch program last night after the first day of the conference because I was so excited about it. So this is the most fulfilling part of my life, and I really, really loved being able to build this business over the last 18 months. My favorite part of my gardening season is my end of the year garden party. So I invite all of the clients that I worked with that year to a garden party just in my backyard. I feed them with food from my garden. So either I'll make something, or this year I got to hire a caterer, which the food turned out much better. And they eat from my garden. We just all sit around a big, huge table and chat for a couple hours about our own gardens and different gardening like strategies that we have and new things that we discovered, and it really just creates a beautiful sense of community. And that's one of the benefits that I never dreamed of, or I never even thought of when I was starting this business, was how many other gardeners you would be able to meet and how wonderful of a sense of community that you could build by bringing people together. I'm in my second year of garden coaching. I'm at about $20,000 for revenue for the year, and I work with about 20 clients a year. They're all really, really wonderful. Gardenary has been completely transformational to how I started my business. When you're starting a business, there is tons of advice out there, and most of it's pretty bad. But Gardenary just has a really wonderful, simple, easy to follow path forward. So, you get step 1 through 10, and you just keep marching down the line and do a little bit every day, and all of a sudden you've started a business. And the way that Gardenary has the structure of the program, I felt like my business instantly looked like it was 5 years old and I was brand new. So that brings you a ton of credibility in the market and with the people who you're trying to convince to put their faith and trust in you. It just really, really helps to look like I know what I'm doing, I'm sophisticated, and I can really, really help you in your garden. And all of that is true, but sometimes it doesn't come across when you have a brand new business and you're not really sure what you're doing on Instagram and your website doesn't look so good. So in in this case, it was very, very clear that that Gardenary and following GCC just launches your business so far ahead of where it otherwise should be. So I am a pro at integrating homegrown foods into modern, busy lives. I get that we don't have time and we struggle to finish everything that we have to do. There's so many easy ways to be able to grow your own food at whatever scale you want to grow it. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you how to figure out how best to fit that into your life. So my favorite clients to work with are the people who are going through life changes. So whether it's, becoming an empty nester, or wanting to garden with their kids and just getting their kids doing something different, or if they're recovering from a major health issue too. And really kind of getting through those major life changes, I found that the garden can just give you a place to center and to rebuild from. So I love working with gardeners who have had those changes and are going through those changes, because I feel like I'm able to keep them more grounded and then give them a place to relaunch the next chapter of their lives. My website is patio-produce.com. I am on Instagram at Patio Produce Chicago and Facebook at Patio Produce.